Hey, how are you? Okay, today is all about the big I'm sorry word. Not all I'm sorries are created equal, yet those two words can heal a relationship, destroy trust, end a conflict, start a conflict, or leave someone feeling completely unseen and unheard. And most of us use the phrase, I'm sorry. We use it dozens of times every single month. What if I told you that many of the apologies aren't actually apologies? And you know what I'm talking about. Their empathy, their compassion, their discomfort, their habit. 95% of what we do in communication is so unconscious. We do things automatically without even thinking. And I'm sorry is one of those phrases. So I want to challenge you on that phrase that you might be quietly undermining your confidence, your communication, and sometimes even your relationships. Because there's times when I'm sorry is exactly the right thing to say. And there are times when there's something much better. So let's unpack that for a second. Research consistently shows that women apologize way more than men. And there's a cited study, there's lots of studies on this, that comes from the University of Waterloo, which found women weren't making more mistakes than men. They simply viewed more situations as requiring an apology. All right, think about how often you hear, sorry to bother you. Sorry for the interruption. Sorry, can I ask a question? Sorry, can I add something? You're following what I'm saying here, right? Here's what there is to notice. None of those situations require an apology. None of them. You haven't harmed anyone. You haven't broken trust. You haven't caused damage. Yet many of us begin speaking as though we've already done something wrong. Now, this is really unconscious, you guys. This is like the automatic parts of our brain. And when we do that repeatedly, it changes how others hear us, see us, and value us. It really does. It also changes how we hear ourselves. Okay. One of the most important distinctions that we can make is the difference between empathy and accountability. Empathy and accountability. Empathy says, I understand your pain. I get it. Accountability says, I caused your pain. Okay, they are not the same thing. And yet we also often use those words in both situations. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, imagine your dear friend calls you and says, hey, my mother died yesterday. Okay, that's a biggie. And most of us immediately respond like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, right? Now, technically, we're not apologizing. We didn't cause the loss. We didn't cause the pain. What we're really doing is expressing compassion. What we really mean is, my heart hurts for you. Oh, I hate that you're going through this. I wish this wasn't happening. So here's the verse, say this instead. So instead of, I'm so sorry, try, my heart goes out to you. Or, I can't imagine how difficult this must be, sweetheart. I'm so I'm so upset that you're going through this. This is tough stuff. Or simply, this is heartbreaking, right? Notice what happens. We're still compassionate. We're still connected. But we're saying what we actually mean. And words have energy and value. Now let's move into the workplace for a second. Okay, let's say a project gets delayed, a colleague misses a deadline. We've all been through this. Everyone's scrambling. You walk into a meeting and you say, I'm sorry, everyone. I know this has been frustrating. Let me ask you something. Were you responsible for the missed deadline? No. Did you create the problem? Probably not. If not, why are you apologizing? Many of us apologize because we're uncomfortable with other people's disappointment and we're trying to buffer it and make it okay. We actually even abandon ourselves to take care of others. Are you with me? You follow what I'm saying? And sometimes we just want to reduce tension. We want everyone to feel better. And there is a better way. Say this instead. I understand this has been frustrating. No, I'm sorry. Or, I know this created extra work for everyone. No, I'm sorry. You got it? I appreciate everyone's effort to get us back on track. Exquisite communication. Those statements acknowledge impact without accepting responsibility for something you didn't frickin' do, okay? It's a powerful distinction. Now let's talk about when an apology absolutely belongs. Let's say you promised a client a proposal by Friday, okay? Or a boss by Friday. Friday came and went, and you forgot. the client or the boss had to follow up with you, trust was damaged. This is where many people say, I'm sorry if you were upset. No. Or I'm sorry you felt that way. No, those are not apologies. They're explanations disguised as apologies. A real apology sounds so different. Like this. I told you I would have this to you by Friday, and I didn't deliver. I understand the impact that it's had on you. I take full responsibility. Here's what I'm going to do to prevent it from happening again, and I'm deeply sorry. That's accountability. And accountability is one of the fastest pathways back to trust. One of the things I've learned after decades, of studying forgiveness is that trust cannot be rebuilt without ownership. It can't. It doesn't exist. We can't repair what we're not willing to acknowledge. We can't. A genuine apology contains responsibility. Empathy contains compassion. The problem becomes when we confuse the two. So here's a simple tool you can start using today. Before you say I'm sorry, and start noticing how often you say it, because what's going to happen is it's going to go to the prefrontal cortex of your brain, kind of like when you decide to buy a car and you see the car everywhere. Do that with I'm sorry. It really works, okay? Ask yourself these two dichotomies. Am I expressing empathy or am I taking responsibility? If you're expressing empathy, say what you really mean. Say what you really mean. Instead of I'm sorry, say, that sounds painful. I hate that you're going through this. My heart goes out to you. I can see why that would be so difficult. If you're taking responsibility, freaking own it, man. Own it like a boss. Not instead of no, I'm sorry if you felt hurt. It's literally, I hurt you. I hurt you. I'm sorry. And if it's around confusion, it's not, I'm sorry if there was confusion. No, there's no power in that phrase. Say, I wasn't clear, mistakes were made, and I made the mistake. Ownership is so powerful. It's so high level. It's such high emotional intelligence, and it creates and fosters any relationship and almost commands respect, right? The most powerful communicators understand the difference between compassion and accountability. We don't apologize for existing. We don't apologize for asking a question. We don't apologize for having an opinion. And some of us, when someone steps on our foot, we actually say, oh, I'm sorry, like we were in the way. You got it? Women do that a lot. And when we make a mistake, we don't try to hide behind vague language. We own it. A true apology isn't about saying the words, I'm sorry. It's about taking responsibility. And empathy isn't about accepting blame. And ask yourself what you really mean. Ask yourself what you really mean and say instead what's authentic and true, okay? I'm cheering you on.